going back to what my mom was saying, what are important questions to ask in the beginning of a relationship and why?
I think you should ask like a lot of questions at the beginning of the relationship, because I think so many people audition for relationships, so you're not really seeing the real person. And if you ask a lot of people questions, I think it's not necessarily that people are liars, they're just not ready to reveal their true self. I think you should write it out at first and pay attention to their actions, because eventually their true self is going to appear. And you'll get all your answers if you're patient enough. But I think if you give a man or a woman everything at first with this person that you think they are, you'll eventually find out that they were nothing that you wanted them to be or that you thought they were. I think everybody should be a little bit patient, sit back, relax, pay attention to this person, their actions, and you'll get all your answers.
I think there's a lot of questions you should ask. Questions about spirituality, because if you're very spiritual and with the person that's not, you're unevenly yoked. And even the Bible talks about being unevenly yoked, and you're just not going to get along. If you're with a person, you got 5 babies, and you're with somebody that does not like kids, you need to find this stuff out before you invest a lot of time and energy into the relationship. You need to find out if they're goal-oriented, because that way, even if they have a good job, if they lose one, you want to know if they're going to be a hustler besides trying to find another one, or they just want to be on the couch all the time. So there's a lot of questions you need to ask.
What is the best way to overcome obstacles in a relationship?
I feel like the only way to overcome obstacles is just to communicate. The only way you can, do it is just to talk through it and gain understanding from each other. If you can't have any understanding, then I just don't think there's no purpose for a relationship.
Learn to have patience. Sometimes you communicate, that's good, but overcoming obstacles, you need a lot of patience.
What does submissiveness to your man mean? Any ladies have a problem with being submissive to your man?
I would say being submissive is just, sometimes, I think that's when we can be maybe strong, boisterous, and, maybe too argumentative or whatever. Or maybe just sometimes just giving a man room to make a mistake, and then just being there to support him when he makes a mistake, instead of saying, I was right, or something like that.
That falls under the same category as what I was saying before, obedience. Obedience is a form of submission. But again, it's easier to obey somebody that's respectful and knowledgeable about their woman.